All you have to do is turn the knob all the way up and the window comes down to about
That's kind of fancy.
Even with it like this, I can already start to feel the cool air start to come into the room. But if you want to completely air out the room, the window actually comes all the way open. And all you have to do is turn the knob to the side, and now the window opens all the way. To lock it.
Hey guys, welcome back to Foreign Reacts. It's been a minute since I've been here. I was having a lot of technical difficulties with the internet, so I'm finally back doing reaction videos again. But either ways, today we're going to be checking out German houses compared to American houses. It says part one. Don't know if I'm going to do the part two, but I think part one should be enough. But either ways, the major differences, so we're going to be checking that out right now. So all my Germans, thank you for watching, and everybody else here at Foreign Reacts, thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed to Foreign Reacts, I'd really appreciate it if you guys join the family here at Foreign Reacts, where we do everything foreign here. It's a completely a reaction channel as well, so sit back and relax, and let's see what are the major differences between these two particular homes of different countries. Without further ado, guys, let's get right into it.
If you're an American and you're thinking about moving to Germany, I'm going to share with you 10 differences between German houses and American houses.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? I'm Steven Miguel, and you're watching XP Life Now. On this channel, I share with you new things that I learned and experienced as it pertains to travel and different cultures. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. There's a lot of differences between German houses and American houses.
That's right.
But this video won't be all inclusive. I'm just going to share with you 10 things that I feel are an important thing to know if you're considering moving to Germany. So the first major difference is actually not in the house at all. German houses are typically close together in a community. Since I've been here, I've never seen a house that was just off by itself. Compared to the US, it's very common for houses to be separated by a kilometer or so, especially in rural areas like in the South. The second major difference is German houses tend to be built up. I've never seen a house that was only one floor. Typically, it's at least 2 floors. The house that I live in is actually 3 floors, versus in the US, it's very common to find houses that are only 1 floor. The third major difference is the carport. For German houses, it's a common thing to have the carport separated from the house. Sometimes you'll have one like mine where it's just a cover. Other times you'll actually have one that you can close. Now this is different from the US, where the garage is usually a major piece of the house and is actually attached to the house. It also serves as another point of entry into the house. And typically they're made to fit 1 or 2 cars. So the fourth major difference between German houses and American houses are the doors.
No doorknobs?
The only way to lock the doors in German houses are with the key. Another thing to note is that if you don't have your key when you go outside, you could potentially be locked out of the house, because as you can see, most doors don't have any kind of doorknob. So when you close it, it's shut, and you have to have a key in order to open it.
That's scary.
The fifth major difference between German houses and American houses is the heating. In my house and in most German houses, you have radiators to heat the house up. And what's cool about these things is they're all throughout the house in every single room, and you only heat the rooms that you are in. For example, I spend most of my time downstairs, so I almost never turn on the ones on the 2nd and 3rd floor, including the bedroom, because I like my bedroom cold. The sixth major difference between German houses and American houses are the refrigerators. In most German homes, your fridge won't actually look like a fridge, but will look like a ordinary cabinet. It does not have a freezer, which is something that I think is pretty standard. I've been in quite a few German homes and I have yet to see a freezer. Typically, all refrigerators within American houses will also be a freezer. The seventh major difference between German houses and American houses is that German houses don't have closets. So most of the time you have to buy something like a wardrobe in order to store your clothes. In American houses, every single bedroom will have a closet for you to put your clothes in. So the eighth major difference between German houses and American houses are the windows. The first thing I want to point out about the windows are the Rolladens.
Are those outside?
Are these metal or plastic shutters that you can let either up or down, depending on what you want to do. The second thing I want to point out about the windows is that there are two different ways that you can open them. If you don't want to open the window all the way up so that you don't have to deal with bugs and potentially
Mosquitoes.
birds flying in, all you have to do is turn the knob all the way up and the window comes down to about
That's kind of fancy.
Even with it like this, I can already start to feel the cool air start to come into the room. But if you want to completely air out the room, the window actually comes all the way open. And all you have to do is turn the knob to the side, and now the window opens all the way. To lock it, just turn it down. Now there's no standard window for American homes, but one of the things that really comes in handy that you find in the US but won't find in Germany are screens. Typically in America, windows will come with screens in order to keep the bugs out if you wanted to open it up. The ninth major difference between German houses and American houses are the ceilings. Looking at German houses from the outside, they tend to have very steep chimneys. And you actually see that when you go into the house. So you definitely want to take this into consideration when you think about the different types of furniture that you want to buy or move over here.
But is it like something, is that something that it has to be that way, or could you possibly build your own house and actually have it built a different way? Because that would be iffy, because I mean, like, you know, like what if you're tall, you know, that's kind of iffy.
The difference between German houses and American houses are the bathrooms. Specifically the toilet and the tubs.
Is that thing levitating?
A couple things I want to point out about the toilet. If you'll notice, it does not have a back tank to it that is visible or accessible. Also, it doesn't go into the floor. And typically what you'll find in American houses is the toilet will be mounted onto the floor, and it'll have a water tank in the back.
So doesn't that fall? What the heck? I've never seen this before.
Another thing I want to point out about the toilet is that German toilets don't have a lot of water in the bowl. The hole is typically far like way in the back, and you have like all this flat space in the toilet. So you have to do a really good job aiming, or you're gonna have to use the brush to clean it. Also with German toilets, they do a really good job flushing compared to American toilets. The toilets in America, when you flush them, unless you're in a public restroom, when you flush them, they tend to do, they do this swirl. The water comes in and it does this swirling motion to drain out. But with German toilets, when you flush it, it just does that.
That makes more sense.
And I've never had a problem with anything not going down in German toilets. As I said, the tubs are different as well. They tend to have these shower nozzles attached to them, but as you can see, there is no shower curtain or anything to stop the water from getting onto the floor. That is because the shower is actually over here. Question of the day. What are some things that you liked about German houses that you would like to incorporate into your own? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, as well as check out my other videos about my time abroad. I'm Steve Miguel, and thank you.
That was wild. That was wild. I saw things I never even knew existed, right? The window was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. The window was pretty cool. Can't lie to that. And I think the toilet, the way how it flushed, that was pretty cool too. But either way, guys, y'all can tell me any other things that are different over there in Germany would be really amazing to hear you guys' feedbacks and thoughts about it. So I'm about to hear, guys. Until next time, peace.